done a reading vlog for, well, since I rebooted this channel. Since I rebooted this channel because of evil people. I always enjoyed making them. I always enjoyed filming them. So let's bring them back. And I thought, let's read something summery. It is, well, it's ostensibly summer. And since the world is going to hell in something faster than a handcart, something horribly orange, I figured, let's read something light, something joyous, something to lift the spirit, something with a bit of whimsy. So I've decided, let's read Moominsummer Madness by Tove Jansson, a Finnish author. The Moomins are fuzzy little creatures who live in a secret valley, if you don't know. And they have all kinds of strange adventures. In this one, there's a volcano that goes off in the valley. It causes a bit of a flood, and the Moomins and their friends, they go off to seek a new home, and according to the blurb, they have many strange adventures, ones that are odd even by Moomin standards. Now, the trouble with these reading vlogs is I always forgot to update, and this is a short book. It's 150 pages. So we're going to have to do that thing where I promise to report in after a certain number of chapters or pages. So I'm going to say first chapter. After the first chapter, I will report back. Chapter, but it's improved my mood quite a lot. Made me forget about the outside. It's like my troubles have just melted away. Unfortunately for the Moomins and their friends, their troubles are only just beginning because, well, the volcano has gone off. There's been a big massive flood and an earthquake. But, you know, they're taking it all in their stride. They're saying, oh well, it happens, doesn't it? Oh well, let's get on with things. And I love that. I love that they take it all in their stride. They're like, yeah, stuff like this happens. You gotta get on with it. You can't let it get you down. And that's the kind of message we need in these dark times. Very early on, Moomin Mama says that she describes the volcanic eruption in this wonderful way. She says, "It's always kept quiet and good ever since I married, and now, after all these years, exactly when I finish my washing, it has to sneeze once again. And what the hell is that playing? You know what this will be? This will be Mountain Rescue." Because funnily enough, there is a volcano probably 3 or 4 miles that way, which some people seem to think is a tourist attraction, and they go up there and they get into difficulty. It's where the most mountain rescue call-outs happen each year, because tourists just think it's a tourist attraction and they can go up there and flip-flop. So anyway, where was I? Moving on. It's always kept quiet and good ever since I married, And now, after all these years exactly, when I've finished my washing, it has to sneeze once again and blacken all the things I hang out. She's not bothered about the volcano going off. She's bothered about her washing, which... priorities, you know, priorities. And I love the fact that she refers to the eruption as sneezing. The other bit I like this... Another mountain rescue helicopter. Another bit, Moomin Troll has put some jewellery in a pond. A golden bracelet and Snork Maiden's necklace because he thinks it's a good idea and it looks beautiful. And Moomin Mama agrees with him. Odd, but whimsical and nice. Yeah, love that. The other thing though, Snufkin has disappeared. Snufkin is Moomin Troll's best friend, possibly love interest if you believe that kind of thing, which I'm inclined to, but he goes off every winter while the Moomins hibernate, and this spring he never came back. Christianity exists in this world as well, in Moomin Valley, because the Mimble's daughter, who is only known as the Mimble's daughter, says, in response to a question from Little Mai asking if the flood, the earthquake, the volcano is the end of the world, she says, "That's the very least," replied the Mimble's daughter. "Try to be good now, if you can find the time, because in a little while, we're all going to heaven." Like, what? Alright, chapter 2 and 3 done. I have some questions. If Christianity exists in the Moomin world, Moominverse, Moominland, does that mean there is a Moomin Pope? And do they have a Moomin Conclave? And is there a Moomin Rafe Fiennes? Rafe Fiennes would be good for the voice of Moomin Popper, just putting that out there. Number 2, the Mimble's daughter is a happy nihilist. What the hell? Number 3, where the hell is Snufkin? Is he okay? Number 4, Finland and volcanoes. I need to look this one up. Are there volcanoes in Finland? I know there are some in Iceland, but that's quite a distance away. I know there's one 4 miles that way, but it's extinct. And there's just been a little mention of Moomin Troll liking marmalade with his tea. Is that on the side or in the tea? And if it's in the tea, what does it taste like? Well, it is 10 o'clock at night. It is just about time for my my bedtime beverage, my bedtime cup of tea, so if it is in the tea, shall we try it? Yes, you can add marmalade to tea. The one thing, I don't have orange marmalade in the cupboard, I have lime marmalade in the cupboard. Let's try it. Yes, I did just realise how filthy this was from the camera. How big a spoonful are we talking about? How much marmalade? Let's not go too big. It's like a teaspoonful, I think. Okay, so I'm going to give this a bit of time to cool down a bit to make it drinkable. And in the meantime, I think I'm going to write a bit of my memoirs, I think. And I already know what their reaction will be. They will hate it. They turn out to triply, doubly, quadruply, massively, megaly isn't a word, bigly, no. Majorly despise it, and they spout a lot of about how awful the picture is. Let's try the tea. I'm not so sure. There's a note of bitterness to it, which I'm not really sure about. I still have this photograph, by the way, because yes, my parents may have hated it. It may have been the only picture from my A-level photography course that Miss Prism actually liked, but it's the only one I kept. Because, actually, I do like it. I do like that picture. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I kept it. It's in the kitchen. Chapter 4, Snufkin is still missing. He's definitely in the book because there are pictures on the cover on the inside little page of him, so he's definitely in the book. I'm getting really worried about what's happened to him. Anyway, the rest of the story, the Moominhouse has drowned. It's been overwhelmed by floodwaters. Everyone has taken refuge on a floating theatre, which is occupied by a stage rat who doesn't like everyone's presence, and she's stranded Moomin Troll and Snork Maiden in a tree. That was a quick summary of the last two chapters. I think the workmen are about to start work on the roof for the day, so I will report in when it's quiet. If I read anything. I have work to do. Conference paper. Life of a film historian. Yay! So since this morning, it is now past 11 at night. Since this morning I have read 2 chapters. Or was it 3? Either way, I'm just past chapter... I don't know. It's late, I've had a drink. But hey! We found out what happened to Snufkin. He's alright, he's fine. He's just been engaging in civil disobedience, which we fully support here, especially when it comes to officious, snotty little men like the Hemulan park keeper he's gone up against in this book. Snork Maiden and Moomin Troll, they got out of the tree, had a bit of a cry because everyone had left. Not much has happened there. Little Mai fell off the theatre, drifted away in a sewing box, and that's how Snufkin came back into it. Have I explained who Little Mai is yet, to people who don't know? viewers who don't know, she's like a tiny little girl who looks a bit like an onion. Very, very bossy sort of character. We all went to school with one of those, didn't we? We all went to school with a little Nye. A sort of bossy little madam type person. These books are very relatable. I've got to say, these books are very relatable. It's late. The camera is now hurting my arm. I'm going to bed. Off on my adventures tomorrow. Off to do this conference paper and then sailing to a distant island. Where maybe I will find treasure. Or something better than treasure. Either way, I'm off tomorrow, so I need to get some sleep. Well, I finished the book, but the only SD card I have for my camera decided it wants to go to digital heaven. I did have more SD cards, but through various moves, traumas, getting rid of most of my stuff at one point. Yeah, I think they've also gone to digital heaven. But I finished the book and read part of it in a fancy restaurant as well. And this is going to become a thing. Me reading Moomin books in fancy restaurants. We'll get the footage of it for the next one, because the next one's going to be, I've already got the book, it's going to be Exploits of Moomin Papa. But what did I think of this? Really loved it. I came to the realisation that this is maybe Tove Jansson's take on Shakespeare. Maybe it's Tove Jansson's take on A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's got that same vibe of characters going into a magical world, having strange adventures, and then returning at the end. And I really like that about it. That's a subtle bit of meaning and depth which you don't often get in books these days. This is definitely a very intelligent book that very much came across, as it does with all the Moomin books, it came across as intelligent, well written, came across as though a lot of care and thought has been put into it. I don't think it's going to be my favourite of the Moomin books, but I still really did like it. I really did like it, I really did enjoy it. And I think, to finish off, I'll just show you my favourite picture in all the book. It's Snufkin and his children, and they're in a cottage that they've found. And it's a little bit melancholy. The rain's outside the window, they're staring into a lit fire. And I think that is a gorgeous picture. I love that picture. Yeah. Right. On to adventure and the exploits of Moomin Papa. And a new SD card. And maybe a new camera as well. Maybe I'll treat myself. Just a quick word to say that my new poetry book, Who Let the Gays Out, is out now. In fact, I'll put a link in the description box down below. It's got some of my best poems in there. The Ballad of Pietro, Terror from the 30s, and a few I've not recorded yet, which are Leave Me Be, which is basically my response to a romantic proposal, Cop and Robber, which I think is one of my best poems, and Chaos at the Portrait Gallery as well, which is super funny. So that's Who Let the Gays Out by J. Patrick. Available now, link below.